The movie's gonna start off with your line, like the opening line is it's like on a black slug, and it's gonna be, you know, October. I think it's gonna be whatever date I pick, August 3rd, 2006. It was the first time at 16 years old, the first time I was arrested. Then you talk about your father.
I'm Paulo Nunes.
I'm Steven DaSilva.
I'm an executive producer and the lead character, Paul Tanner.
I am the director, writer.
Steve, I would say Steve's my oldest friend, I know. We could drive.
16.
Our friendship, if it was like a person, he
16.
could drive.
Going on 17, yeah.
Alright, provisionally. He could drive provisionally, okay? Just like not after midnight, whatever.
And not more than 3 people.
And not more than, yeah, can't go out of state either. You missed it, and that's what I do. It actually helps keep it fresh. Like, that's my...
Well, one day takes course over one day, and that's where part of the title comes from. It's a story about a petty criminal and his petty criminal cousin, but the main character, which is Paul's character, the story takes place in his mind and his sort of transformation throughout this day after following a bank robbery. Part of the idea also came from watching Mean Streets, and then the other part came from The Breakfast Club.
The characters, now, Paul Tanner, 26, lives in a basement apartment of the house he grew up in. The whole house is empty. It's funny because he actually can live in almost any floor, but he chooses to live in the basement. And it's a little grungy down here. It's not that nice in it. And he has the money, like him and his cousin. I don't want to say small-time crooks. They have the money. They have the resources. They have the outlet to kind of up their standard of living.
You know, you're gonna have the weed in there, but I was thinking about you having like
A slower stash,
like
for
stashes in here.
sales.
Yeah.
Of course he wants to move. Of course he wants to of course he wants to stop selling drugs. Of course, you know, who wants to continue living a life you're not happy with? But he's always put, because it's so deep in there that one day and years go by, you know, a decade, and we're still doing the same thing. But there's a catalyst for a change, a big change that's gonna come up, and it has to do with the bank robbery.
I've seen Paul's growth as an artist. You saw his first film when he felt uncomfortable.
No one ever got anywhere playing it safe.
His second time when I gave him lines and he didn't deliver the lines in a fully credible way.
In a film, you could easily say, I hate you. And those words are negative, but you're really saying, I love you. You're arguing with your girlfriend, and it's like, God, I hate you. No, it's like, I hate that I love you.
To the last short film we shot where he was completely in that character.
I just recently got to a point where I've become grateful for it, because when you get thrown into the deep end, that's the only way you know how to swim. You know, you're never gonna get anywhere if you stay on the 3-foot section of the pool. So to be able to do the crazy, the demented, the twisted, the unstable, it's cool, and you learn things about yourself. And honestly, I'm grateful for having to have been pushed into the deep end like that.
It was like seeing a child grow.
To Chris. That's where we see Chris for the first time tied up. You're gonna untape his mouth.
We want to create something honest and true, and something that makes people think. The best movies aren't the ones you get entertained just in the moment. I mean, lots of movies are entertaining. A lot of them have, even action movies, that just have explosions and this and that. For me, I feel like the best movies that kind of make you think about it later on, you know? Like a part of that movie comes with you, and either you grow or you learn from it, or sometimes you don't know what you're feeling, you know? You're just taken back by such a moving movie.
The first time I saw a truly great acting performance was Heath Ledger's role as the Joker.
Yeah.
And that, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw in the movie theater that summer, watching this movie is what made me want to make movies. I know how I felt in that movie theater seat watching this man work, and not as an act, but I want people to feel the same way. And if someone comes out saying, "Oh man, it'd be cool," because I know how I felt for the first time really being inspired. And I mean, that's what really it's about. You know, two little hatchets, and we're gonna start chopping away at the body. But we're gonna film it like I'm here and you're here. You know, we're cutting up certain pieces, right? And blood. When I first started watching, my first Stanley Kubrick film I saw was The Shining, and when I saw the attention to detail and the craft, that's when I was like, well, this is something completely different. There's
a whole other level out there.
This isn't a movie. This is art. You know, there's so many components, and And movie making, what makes it such an art form is that it takes all of the other all the other art forms and brings it into one place. You know, music, acting,
everything,
arts, photography,
tones,
all of
sounds,
it.
lighting,
it's really,
textures.
You know,
it's great. Yeah, if you can a good movie, a great movie with that detail, just hits you on so many different keys, and the more keys you can hit, the more you can move an audience, the more you can get them engulfed or get them invested into your story. Steve actually does pay attention to detail, and I'm a bit of a nitpicker myself too. I've already, on a bunch of films I've already jumped behind the camera and tried to, yo man, this, you know, let's get this in there. It's cool because we both have creative minds, and we know what looks good. So it's cool to have little things that just, it creates a larger, more well-rounded story. The thing I really like about Kickstarter is that it's cool to be a part of something that someone's creating, and you could see what plan they have for it, what direction they plan on going, and it gives you an outlet, a way of getting funding, a way to be heard, a way to convey your work, and it's some exposure that you know, a few years back, before the internet, before, you know, if you weren't trying to sell it by word of mouth, it would have been very hard.
With Kickstarter, I believe, what the people donating are going to get from it is being a part of the experience. I think that's generally what we want to be, is a part of any experience.
We're all going to be working to cultivate a great story for you guys to see.
Move your shorts right up and all of a sudden make sure you get short shorts.
What's wrong with short shorts?
Nothing,
I just wish I can cut these.
Don't put this in there. We might say some just suggestive things.
What?
He's recording.
I want the world to know. Got to let it. Yeah, hell yeah.
I
I'm in my neck like a black chick. I could get attitude like that.
She.
I'm gonna bring that back. I haven't. Well, I'm the lead character. My name is Paul Tanning. He's.
You said Tanner before.
Tanner. Take one.
Okay, yeah, we had to start